Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. Give me 1 second. Yeah, hope all is well. Um, we are in the we're talking about Cleveland Browns today. I just feel like I need to talk about them one more time. Let's see. I feel like I had to talk about this situation one more time because it's quite interesting. And like I said, I don't know how to really understand it because I never seen anything like this before, or maybe this happened before, where someone was supposed to be a high draft pick and didn't get drafted high. Actually, it's happened before, but it wasn't for political reasons. It was for like injury, like a person was injured and stuff like that. Um, Let me see. I don't think in the near. I don't think I have. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I could. No, nothing in the past future have ever witnessed anything like this. So what I'm gonna do is let's see. I want to talk about this quarterback battle because it's like I said, it's very interesting. They have someone else in there now that hold on 1 second. They have somebody else that Tyler Huntley that they brought back in, and I'm trying to figure out who gonna get the reps here on the preseason game because I know a lot of people are going to be anticipating this preseason game, but I don't want to get disappointed if Shedeur don't get that many reps in the preseason game. Um, so right now, the Browns quarterback room update as of August 5th, 2025. The Browns have signed Tyler Huntley as their fifth or sixth, including Watson. Watson is out due to injuries, and excuse me, yeah, Tyler Huntley is in due to injuries on Watson, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and it says only Joe Flacco remains fully healthy. They're including Shedeur in that as well, with like a sore shoulder, which Shedeur said he's fine. The unofficial depth chart released, and like I said, I already knew. I wasn't surprised by this. Joe Flacco QB1, Kenny Pickett QB2, Dylan Gabriel QB3, and Shedeur Sanders QB4. Now, I'm coming from a perspective of I've been watching Shedeur for many years. So it may seem like I'm biased, but I'm not. I'm not biased. I would tell the truth. I'm like, I would tell the truth. I actually it depends on how I would say it. If he wasn't a good quarterback, then I would just say, he has to keep grinding, keep his head down, see all the politically correct stuff. But I don't have to say all of that because he's a good quarterback. And I quite don't understand this. I really don't understand it. Like he got some misinformation. Here's the thing. We have to go back to the beginning for a second. I'm about to get into the news. We got to go back to the beginning for a second. Did he get misinformation? Because he was under the impression that he was a first round pick. He was under the impression. Remember, he had the Giants cleats and everything else. Um, you know, did he get misinformation? Is that the case? Were they just really not feeling him? Because the scouts were at the Colorado practice, different things like that. I've heard many stories on Shedeur. I think most of it is lying. Some people wanted him to work out at Pro Day. Well, Cam Ward didn't work out at Pro Day, and he was told that he's going to be a top pick. So usually top picks, it's very seldom that they work out at the NFL Combine. That's what I meant, the NFL Combine. It's very seldom that they work at the NFL Combine. They usually work at their own pro days where they can throw to their own receivers and stuff like that. It's been the tradition for many years. It's only certain quarterbacks that actually need to look, that need to work out at the Combine. Like, it's a part, they're on the fringe. Like if they have a good Combine, they could get some more eyes on them. If you need some more eyes to look at some of your attributes. But I was assuming that the scouts are watching the games. But I think maybe they're looking at how many times he got sacked. It's something. Maybe they're looking at something technical. I have to look at this from all directions. Are they looking at something technical here? Because I don't see it. And to be fair, I never played quarterback. I've hunted the quarterback, but that was only for briefly because my team, we had to play offense and defense. You know what I'm saying? Because I came from a small high school. Hell, I even played center, if that makes sense to you. I even played center. It's crazy as hell. I was getting my butt kicked on that line of scrimmage. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But is this something technical they're not telling us? I don't think so. You know why? Because they would have said it already. They would have said it. And it has to be some type of, in my opinion, it has to be something. It's something to it because, like I said, you mean to tell me that the Oakland Raiders, they wouldn't go to Tom Brady and ask about him? Like, haven't you been working out with this kid? Like, what do you think about him? He said he ain't have no say-so in the process, which is bullshit because that's Tom Brady. He got a lot of Super Bowl rings. Like, why wouldn't you go to him for some damn advice? Like, it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense now. That's like Joe Montana in the room and you don't ask for his advice. And that's Joe Montana. That's what you're telling me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's Troy Aikman in the room. I mean, you ain't gonna ask Troy Aikman, you know what I'm saying, what he think about it or whatever. And he played at the highest level. When you play at the highest level, you gotta know something about the trade. So I don't know. Um, I don't know. Like I said, did he get misinformation? Because none of this stuff is making sense. Because or are we looking at this from a not objective perspective here? Because we followed him and stuff like that. Of course, we pro Shedeur. I'm pro Shedeur. So I mean, am I biased, or are they trying to run a Jedi mind trick on me? I'm going with the latter. I think they're trying to run a Jedi mind trick on me. They go, you're not seeing what you're seeing. No, that's not what you're seeing. You're not seeing it. You're not really seeing what you're seeing. Okay, he's not that good. You're not seeing it yet. He needs a little help. That's not what I'm seeing, though. That's not what I'm seeing. And here's the thing. I watched a lot of great quarterbacks in the past. I watched Michael Vick. I watched Joe Montana, John Elway, Dan Marino, Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler. Damn, I can't think of nobody for the Jets. I mean, what's his name that came out of USC? And Michael Vick played for the Jets for a while. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Ken O'Brien back in the day. I go as far as back as Ken O'Brien on y'all. That's how old I am. That was my childhood. What y'all know about Ken O'Brien for the New York Jets that took so many sacks? But anyway, and Al Toon, the wide receiver. So am I not being objective here, guys? Am I looking at this situation because I'm pro Shedeur, or am I not seeing something? Or are they playing a Jedi mind trick on us? I think they Jedi mind trick me, man. Like I said, I know what a good quarterback looks like. So I know what it looks like because I've seen it. I know what it looks like. I've seen the Joe Burrows. I've seen the kid up at Washington. I know. I seen Kyler Murray. I know what they look like. I know what they look like. And I'm with life and football. You know what he said? I was watching his live chat as I was headed up to my spot. He said, I'm ready to see all these other quarterbacks. You damn right. I want to see all these quarterbacks in action now. Stop playing with me. I want to see that quarterback in action in New Orleans. The one that they drafted before Shedeur. He better tear it up, or I'm gonna start carrying them too. He better tear it up. I'm not watching Jalen Milroe because you know what I'm saying, I hope the brother do well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that brother to fail. And I don't want Cam Ward to fail either. I don't. Because Cam Ward is officially he's a part of the family, you know what I'm saying, even though he didn't play at Colorado. You know what I'm saying? They got the same quarterback coach, and that's a reflection on Darryl. Their success is a reflection on Darryl. So Darryl is a top-notch quarterback coach, period. Okay, so I want Cam Ward to do well. I want Shedeur to do well. I want Kyron Drones to do well, or whoever working with Darryl at Select QB. So that's just what it is. So I'm rolling with them no matter what. So that's just what it is right here. But they not gonna sit up here and play a Jedi mind trick on me like I never seen John Elway before. Like I never seen look, I ain't never seen Y.A. Tittle. I ain't that damn old. I was just about to say that. No, I didn't. But I've seen Randall Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? I've seen even Donovan McNabb. Hell, I even seen Charlie Ward. Even though he played for the Knicks, but he played, quarterback at Florida State and basketball. I know what the good quarterbacks look like. Hell, I even remember Tommy Frazier. I know what they look like. I know what a bona fide leader looks like and a tough guy looks like. Shedeur is a tough guy. Make no mistakes about it. So they're not going to sit up here and keep throwing a Jedi mind trick on me. Somebody got to say something. Look, I'm about to start carrying that organization now. I'm about to start roasting them. I'm about to start roasting them now. I'm about to start roasting them. Like I told you guys, I didn't want to go live. I said, I'm just going to be happy with my little uploads and be out of the way. That's what I said. I said, I'm going to be happy with my little uploads and I'm just going to be out of the way and I'm not going to cause no trouble. Because somebody sent me a message, Max, can you not be negative? I'm not being negative. It's just the way I talk. I can't be talking dull. My voice already deep. I don't want to put y'all to damn sleep. Because somebody told me they only watch me because I put them to sleep. So I gotta talk with a certain, you know what I'm saying, cadence. That's what I'm doing. But it seemed like I'm being negative. I'm not being negative. They just sitting up here trying to say I'm seeing what I'm not seeing. You're not seeing that. Even though he got 70% completion rate, you know what I'm saying, and he didn't throw no interceptions, but he still needs work. Dylan needs work too, sir. He needs work too. He needs work too. He needs work. So you know what's going to happen, guys? I promise you this, because August 8th is my birthday. Coach Prime's birthday is August 9th. My birthday is August 8th. And this game is on August 8th. So I'm going to be watching, okay, with my favorite dish. I'm going to be watching on Friday. I'm going to be watching this game somewhere. If it's on YouTube, I'm going to find the game. If he get 1 or 2 reps, I'm going to blow a gasket. I promise you this. But I'm not blowing a gasket because I'm mad. I just feel like roasting the organization. I feel like roasting them. And I'm going to roast them. Because I think that's what's going to happen. Because they just brought in Tyler Huntley. So they got Joe Flacco. They got Tyler Huntley. It said, listen to what the news is saying. Shedeur Sanders could get game day action. Now officially 4th on the chart, but with injuries above him, he may still see reps behind Flacco and Huntley. Now, Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel both dealing with hamstring issues, likely inactive or very limited in the first preseason game. Let me stop right there. I'm not saying that they didn't come to camp in shape. That's not what I'm saying. Because Dylan looked like he's in really good shape. But you know what my coach told me when I was in high school? When people that young pull hammies, he said, you're not in shape. He said you're not in shape. You're not doing something right to sit up here and pull a hammy this early. He said I could see if you do it late in the season or mid-season or during the game. But he said that means you're not getting your running in and you're stretching. You're not doing something. Okay. Now, Shedeur said that his shoulder was sore, and he explained the technical reason why his shoulder is sore. Did you hear him? He said, because I go hot and cold. He said, I'm not used to going hot and cold, meaning that when he throw his reps, then they sit him on the sidelines. He just sitting there chilling. And then, okay, Shedeur, go ahead and start throwing. That's being hot and cold. And he said his body got to get used to it. His body got to get used to it. This guy, listen, if they not telling us, if you're going to trade him to the Saints, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it, man. But before you do that, let's wait for the Saints preseason game, because I want to see what this kid can do. I'm not talking about Spencer Rattler. I'm talking about the one they drafted, because the other quarterback retired on him. I'm not talking about Spencer Rattler, because I hope that brother do well as well. Light bright. Now, yeah, Spencer Rattler. But I want to see what the one dude that they drafted. I want to see that. I want to see that now. Now, I'm going to tell you what I suspect that's going to happen. They're going to sit up here and we're going to get disappointed. Shedeur lucky if he get any reps in that game. He lucky. He might see 1 or 2 series. That's it. That's how they playing. That's how they playing with it. And you know what they're going to say? You know what they're going to say? Well, what we need to do was, guys, what we need to do is, guys, we need to rest his arm. They better not use that. They better not use that, because his arm was hurting. It ain't nothing with that. He's good to go. He already said it. And let me tell you why I know Shedeur is listening to, that's looking at it. He knows what's up. You know what he said? He said to the reporter, he said, have you ever seen me play in Colorado? He said, yeah. He said, well, I'm still the same guy. The fuck? Why I got to sit up here and feel like I got to prove myself, man? Like I ain't no number 1 pick, man. And y'all know it's politics. But he's still doing it the right way, the way he's answering these people, way he's answering these devils. I'm just going to say it. And then, like I said, I'm not going to start no trouble. I'm going to wait after to the 8th. Okay? But I'm already getting warmed up. I don't care. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what the number 1 reporter says in Cleveland. I'm the number 1 reporter now. Because Shedeur came with reporters. He came with reporters. We're the number 1 reporters. The one that's reporting on them, that reports on Colorado, all us guys, Big Dog and Chico and all of them, and Colin, we're the number 1 reporters now. We don't step in the building. Sorry. We don't step in the building. I don't want to hear what Mary Kay got to say. I don't want to hear what she got to say, man. And then this other dude was hating on Shedeur, talking about he was talking about like it's a knock on him for having a sore shoulder. I heard that old hater. Just an old hater. If you hating and you that old, something ain't right. Just an old ass hater. He's saying, well, his shoulder is something that's a knock. And the guy was like, dude, that's a knock on Shedeur that his shoulder sore. He busting his ass. You're knocking him for busting his ass? God damn. See, I'm getting warmed up now. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it to after the preseason game, because they better give him his reps after the preseason game. If not, get your popcorn ready, because I'm going to roast everybody in that organization, starting with the owner. And I'm going all the way down. I'm roasting them. And I'm putting their name in the title, too. And I'm adding the organization. Oh, yes. They're going to get a good laugh. They're probably going to get a good laugh out of it. They're going to get a good laugh out of it. Stop sitting up here acting crazy. Give this man some first team reps, man. Now here's the thing. I can I can see things up, Joe. Let me wet my whistle to see what I'm saying? Because I'm about to get going. I'm about to get started today almost. I'm coughing. I'm going in so much. He drank some of this water and wet my whistle. Now, let me get back to it. Now, I know what people are going to say. Well, Max, he was the 5th round pick. You don't expect him to get first round reps already. Yeah, but traditionally, if a person is that good, he works his way up to it, like Tom Brady did. Tom Brady was getting first reps when he was a rookie. I remember, even though he didn't start, he was the second string quarterback. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. And I know how he looked at the combine. He looked like a computer geek. That's what he looked like. He looked like he was about to go work for Microsoft. Okay? He looked like he was about to go work for Microsoft. But that kid was spinning it in practice. He was. I remember. He was spinning that ball in practice to the point where they made him the second string. Even though he didn't start, he started behind Bledsoe. He was QB2. And then when Bledsoe got hurt against the New York Jets, when Mo Lewis hit Drew Bledsoe like he was going to the sidelines, he almost killed Drew Bledsoe, by the way, Mo Lewis for the New York Jets. Tom Brady came in, and the rest was history. He was already QB2 by that point. So I don't want to hear anything. And Tom Brady was a low draft pick, right? So it don't matter where you get drafted. Can you play or not? Can you play or not? Do you know the playbook? Yes. Okay, well, I'm comparing him to Dylan Gabriel. I'm comparing him to Kenny Pickett. He's outshining them. I'm leaving Flacco out because you know they're going to start him because he got 19 years in the game. I'm leaving him out. Compared to the other two, he's doing better. He's doing better. Everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. So this is a situation. This is a political situation, and I hate politics because you could be really good at your job and work politics because can hold you back from your money. Because that's what happened to me. It could hold you back from your money because I'm not sitting up here showing my teeth to these folks. Okay, they want you to sit up there and walk with your butt tight and sit up there and show your teeth and walk on your tiptoes. I'm not like that. Okay. Because outside of the work, y'all don't mean nothing to me. I'm there to get some money. That's it. But this kid don't work hard. He's out there spending it. He's out there. I saw what he did against the first team defense. That is a great look. You know why? That was a huge indication. He wasn't working with the first team offense. He wasn't working with the first team offense, and he was against the first team defense. You know what they did? They set him up to fail, and he passed the test. They were like, God damn, man, we put him against the first team. He's still doing this? Yeah, because he's a first round draft pick, dumbass. That's what he is. Okay? So that's just what it is right there. So don't sit up here and keep Jedi mind tricking me. And then here come the owner. With his ass talking about, listen, owner, let me just say something to you. Not one quarterback worked out for you. Not one in the whole 20 years you've been around. Not one. Not one. So it's your fault. That's on you. It ain't on the general manager. Something is up with you. Now, don't get me wrong. You had some success with Deshaun. You had some success with Deshaun, but he got hurt. He got hurt. So I will give you that. I will give you that. Now, don't get me wrong. He probably was keeping it 100. Yeah, Shedeur wasn't my idea. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't my idea. So I don't like I don't knock the fact that people keep it 100. However, it wasn't the place to say that. It wasn't a place. That's some shit that you keep behind closed doors to have us speculate on. Okay? So that's my only point on that. Now there's some trade rumors and speculation. I don't think they're gonna trade him, but the reason why is because they have a PR situation on their hands. Because if they trade him, the fans gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? So it's a PR situation. Maybe they have a situation where they're moving them slowly. I don't know. Maybe they're like, look, we got something here. Let's just. I don't think they think that way because the owner wouldn't have said what he said. So that's not the case. And it says here, analysts, including Shannon Sharp and others, criticize Cleveland for burying Sanders and signing Huntley, suggesting the move may be to break the young quarterback's confidence. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break this dude, yo. That's what they're trying to do. And I'm fucking. I'm just gonna go in now. I'm just gonna go in now. I don't care. They are trying to break him, and it's not working though, because he's not gonna be. But he's not the type of person to sit there and break. So what they're gonna have to do is eventually they're gonna have to trade him. That's just what they're gonna have to do because they're not breaking him. He's just looking at them like they stupid. I could tell he felt that way because he said, "Look, I'm still the same person, man. Since Colorado, I'm still the same person that wanted." Okay, who won the Johnny Unitas Award? Him or Gabriel? Which one that won that award? Now I know awards don't really mean nothing to NFL, but some of it do mean something because Travis got picked very fucking high. It does mean something. Travis, you see the wall, you see that Walk of Fame up there in Colorado. Everything Travis, goddamn Travis, like everything Travis. But when I saw that Johnny Unitas Award, I'm like, wait a minute. He won the Johnny Unitas Award. And wait a minute. I know I'm not going crazy. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. He was number 8th or 9th in the running for the Heisman Trophy. I'm talking about of all quarterbacks in Division I football. I'm counting the SEC. I'm including the SEC because the SEC is like the number one type of deal here. If you're in the SEC, goddamn, you made it to the SEC. I'm talking about the SEC, the Big 12, the Pac-12. Well, there ain't no more Pac-12. You know what I mean? Out of all these leagues, right? He was in the top 10 for the running for the Heisman Trophy. Is that what you're telling me? Am I getting this right now? Out of all the schools, out of all the quarterbacks they could have picked, he was in the running for the Heisman Trophy. He was in the running for the Heisman Trophy. Okay? The Heisman. The number one award you can win in college football. That means you're the best player in college football for that year. You won the Heisman Trophy. He was a runner-up for the Heisman Trophy. He wasn't in the top 4. That was Gabriel. That was Cam. That was Genty and Travis. Ashton Genty and Travis. Okay, number 4. Travis won the Heisman Trophy. Goddamn, he won the Lott Trophy. Yo, God, this man don't want everything. Travis is the most decorated. Let me just stop real quick. Let me be positive for a minute. Travis, let me roll these windows up. This is crazy. Travis is the most decorated player in college football ever. The most decorated. It's him and Cam Newton. Cam won a lot of awards too when he was playing. It was him. It's him and Cam, yo, that took down all those trophies. I believe Cam won the Cam, he won a lot of those too. And he won the Outland Trophy, man. God damn. The only thing he didn't win because they're hating on him, he didn't win the Thorpe. All right. But the one that did win the Thorpe, he was pretty good too, so I ain't gonna hate. So you mean to tell me, not only was he a runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, he also threw to the Heisman Trophy winner. There would be no Heisman Trophy if he wasn't throwing to him. There would be no Heisman Trophy. I'm just telling you this. But Coach Prime, through his vision, he said, young partner, go out there and fly. Go out there and use your wings and fly. If you need all the reps, we got you. If you need all the plays, we got you. That's how he won the Heisman. He took down that Heisman Trophy. And they let him play on defense. Travis wouldn't have done that if he went to another school, another coach. They wouldn't have let, we don't want to the dog into the ground, this and that. We don't want to do that. Coach Prime let him do that. Shedeur threw to the Heisman Trophy winner. He's the only quarterback in college football to say he threw to the Heisman Trophy winner, man. Let me tell you, Cleveland Browns organization, one thing. I want you to go look at that play where he threw to LeJontay Wester when they call it a Hail Mary. It's not a Hail Mary. God damn. It's not a Hail Mary. And on top of it, he rolled to his left. And he threw it in such a way where he had to fall to the ground because he put everything in it. But not only did he put everything in it, he threw it to where only LeJounte could catch it. At that point, when I saw that play, guys, I said, oh my God, we got 2 Heisman Trophy candidates here. Lord have mercy. When I saw that, I said, this kid is going to be up for the Heisman Trophy. When I saw that, yo, I said, this kid might be a Heisman Trophy winner. He might be. I'm the only person that can successfully, I mean, a lot of quarterbacks can do that. Trust me, that's like a thing now. A lot of people could do that throw. But the fact that he made the throw, that means that this man is not a 5th-round draft pick, man. And we know this. We know this. So now that we know that, they know it too. They trying to break him, like Shannon and them said. They trying to break him, yo. And my question is, why? Why are you trying to break him? Now I want to know why. I want to know why. See, here's the thing. They're not going to say that because we're not going to be able to prove that that's what they're doing. They are trying to break him. And if I'm a betting man, they may have had somebody follow him that night so he can get a speeding ticket. They may have had somebody follow him. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I can't confirm that, but something is wrong here. And I want to know why they're trying to break him. Why? What did he do? Like, I'm trying to figure out what did he do, man? Let me think. I don't know. I really don't know. They got a hard on for his dad, though. I think that's what it is. They got a hard on for him. They got a hard on for him, yo. They really do. And then I'm thinking, do it got something to do with this, like, contract, how he signed it? Because he don't have a traditional agent. Is that the reason? I don't know. They just don't want to relinquish no power. That might be it, too. But I'm going to tell you, the landscape of football is changing. They're going to eventually have to relinquish their power, like they did the NBA, the national, the Major League of Baseball, because the players have the power in the major leagues. Everybody knows this. The players have the power. The players have the power in the NBA. The NFL, the owners have the power. They still have it. But the landscape is going to change pretty soon. The landscape is going to change. And I know it's changing. You know how I know it's changing? Travis got his bonus up front. He didn't have to space his bonus out. They gave it to him up front. Well, I credit the owners. Because the owners, they also run an entertainment company as well. They like showmanship. So they like a show. And they know Travis is going to bring a show. God damn it. Travis is tearing it up in practice, by the way. He's unguardable, too. This man is catching all type of trick passes. Him and Jimmy. He's a once in a lifetime man. He's a once in a lifetime type of player, yo. He making Hulk Hogan look good out there. I call the quarterback Hulk Hogan because of his hair. He making Hulk look good out there, man. He making him look good. He loved that Travis is there. And so shout out to Travis. But I will be watching August 8th. And I mean, I want to see this kid get some reps, man. Because I already know what he's going to do. And it's going to be a heavily watched game. Watch it. Watch they break records in that game. Watch. Because we want to know what Shedeur is doing. That's why. So that's what I got to say right there. But I go back to what my coach said in high school. Y'all sitting up here pulling hammies in training camp. Y'all not in shape. Y'all didn't do what y'all supposed to do like I tell you to do. He said, y'all ain't do like you didn't listen to my instructions. So you're not playing. They like, you're not starting. He's like, well, coach, I pulled a hammy. It's not my fault. He said, no, you're not in shape. And I remember Coach Prime saying that too. I remember he said that in practice one time. I remember vividly. He said, damn, y'all not in shape, yo. Pulling hammies? You can't pull no hammy with an old school coach back in the day. Not that early. Not that early. So, yeah, they trying to pull a Jedi mind trick on me. Like, I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing him throwing lasers in practice. I'm not seeing him making good reads. I'm not seeing him hold on to the ball too long. I'm not seeing all that. I'm seeing him got good footwork. Everything is good. He doing the same thing Cam doing. It look like they're the same person. I'm looking at Cam practice. Sure, I sure am. I'm looking at his practice. They look the same. They look the same, man. It's just that Cam is a little bit bigger. That's the only that he's just a little bit bigger. Okay, but I'm looking at the same person. But they trying to tell me I'm seeing something different. So that's why. That's how it is in this world anyway. They could do whatever they want to do. It's just that we're all not on code, and that's how they get away with it. They get away with it because we're not on code. That's why. And they know we're not on code. So they getting away with it. Let me see. Um, do Shedeur have a path to be on this roster after the preseason? Because the reason why I say that, because somebody made it clear to me and they told me that during games they only carry 3 quarterbacks. That's what they told me. So if you have Joe Flacco, um, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Tyler Huntley, Shedeur Sanders, you only carry 3. So we know it's going to be Joe Flacco. Who are the other 3? Because if you go down 5th on the depth chart, you might as well just stay home. At this point, you might as well just get your golf game right. Get your golf game right, or try to get traded or some shit. So that's 5. So he's 4th on the depth chart right now. Will he be 5 on the depth? Will he be 5th on the depth chart? Now, this ain't up to me, because if it's up to me, he'd be number 1 on the depth chart. But, obviously it's not up to me. So these people love blowing their horns out here. That's one thing about being on in the tri-state area. People love to be blowing on their horns. It's like mental illness. He was blowing for no fucking reason. Um, it says Shedeur could be 3rd after Huntley if available. I don't know. They saying Gabriel is kind of injured a little bit, the hamstring. Yeah, hamstring issues. I wish my coach was around. He'd be like, he not in shape. He not in shape, yo. Hamstring issues this early. I know it's a thing in football to pull your hamstring, but I'm just saying. That's what my coach used to say. You're not in shape, man. So we'll see August 8th at Carolina. So we get to see Jimmy Horn as well. Let me see. August 8th. I can't. They keep saying Shedeur could get game day action. What you mean could? But they said now officially 4th on the chart, but with injuries above him, he should see reps. Now, if let's say if nobody was injured, he won't see no reps in preseason. Y'all know that, right? That's crazy, yo. Now that they got Tyler Huntley, he might not even see no reps. It's craziness. But anyway, let me just say this real quick. Let me be positive. Shedeur, you're doing your thing. Everybody knows that. You're doing your thing. You're a class act. And that's pretty much what's happening. Let me check something out real quick. Um, all right. Let me see something real quick. I'm just curious. Okay. Shiloh Sanders. Shiloh Sanders has officially made the team. He's third on the depth chart in Tampa Bay. Shiloh Sanders. He's on the team. And he's traveling on game day. This is the unofficial depth chart. And Shiloh Sanders could move up the depth chart. It just depends on what happens, injury stuff like that. They do have Antoine Winfield. I mean, he's good. He's really good. But Shiloh is third option on the chart as of right now. If y'all don't know, so he's on the team. He ain't going nowhere. Shiloh Sanders, who's currently slotted third at free safety, but turning heads in camp. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere, y'all. They like him, and he can hit. And the storyline of Shiloh Sanders challenging for higher snaps. It says the spotlight Winfield Jr.'s stability at free safety and involving evolving role of Tyke Smith, the camp storyline of Shiloh Sanders challenging for higher snaps. He's putting pressure in that room, which he'll make the team. He's putting pressure on him though. But with football, football's a dangerous sport. There could be some injuries, hamstrings. People pull a hamstring, he'll move up. I don't wish injury on nobody, but he is putting the work in, y'all. He definitely is. I know we talked a lot about Shedeur, but Shiloh is officially on the team. See, what they're doing with him is they're like, yeah, we're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep him um, in the back real quick. He's a weapon, so we're gonna keep him if we need him. So if something happened in that game, somebody, because in the game he could come in and out. It just depends what they need him, but he definitely is in the building. You said Shiloh learn how to fish. He don't really. He's not a fisherman. He don't really get down like that. He like me, yo. I'm not trying to be fishing and all that like I did before I went deep sea fishing. Well, not deep sea fishing. We was like way off the coast. We could see the coast. This was in Florida. We could see the coast, but we were kind of far out there, and it started lightning on us. I said, will you please get me back to shore, yo? Once I get back to shore, I probably ain't never doing this again. And then I went fishing, in the lakes and stuff like that. But I got bit by a fish. You know how you trying to take the thing out of his mouth? It drew blood on me too. It's craziness. They said no, you're supposed to grab it like this. You don't put your whole hand in his mouth. You grab him like this. Man, he bit my hand. And blood was everywhere, man. I'm like, nah, yo, I'm good, yo. I ain't doing this no more. But shout out to fishing, it's fun. But I just, I have problems with it. But Shiloh Sanders, yeah, special teams. He more than likely he'll travel to the games on special team for sure. For sure, he's on special teams. But he is on the team, folks. I know we talked a lot about Shedeur, but Shiloh. And as far as, just give y'all a heads up on the Carolina Panthers, wide receiver X outside, that's T. McMillan. We know that he was the first round draft pick. T. McMillan. Let's see who else we got. The top backups, Jalen Coker, emerging undrafted free agent or late round pick who made noise in camp. Jimmy Horn Jr., rookie, 6th round, recognized for explosiveness and versatility. Jimmy is on the team. He's good to go. We don't got to worry about Jimmy. Jimmy life has changed now, 100%. He's good to go. So we don't have to worry about Jimmy. Don't have to worry. Yeah, we don't have to worry about Jimmy. The primary backups, well, the receivers that may start is T. McMillan, Adam Thielen, Xavier Legette. The primary backups is Jalen Coker, Jimmy Horn Jr., and Hunter Renfrow. The rotational bubble is David Moore, Dax Mine, T.J. Luther, Jacoby George. But the primary backups is Jimmy Horn Jr. So on opening day, when the NFL starts on opening day, Jimmy is flying on the plane and he's playing, and we're going to see him play on opening day. So Jimmy's life has 100% changed. 100%. Mr. Horn. That's Mr. Horn now. Mr. Horn. Mr. Horn life has changed. So just to let you guys know, that's where he is. He is a primary backup, meaning he's on the plane. He's on the plane. I knew he was when the coach was like, we got to figure out a way to slow him down. He's going too hard. He's going too hard. He said we have to slow him down through walkthroughs. He said we have to teach him how to go through walkthroughs. When I heard that, I said, yeah, he's on the plane come opening day. When he said that, I said, yeah, he's on the plane come opening day. He's definitely on the plane. Let me see who we got. Let me just check the Ravens real quick, because that's where LaJonte is. Yep. LaJonte is the same. He's a rotational option. So LaJonte will be on the plane come opening day for the Baltimore Ravens. They're going to use him as a rotational wide receiver. So just the snapshot, we have, he's not on the bubble. He's on the developmental. His name, LaJonte, he's on the developmental as a rotational. So more than likely, you're going to see him in the game. Definitely going to see him. Or you could see him on special teams too. I'm not sure how much work. I got to go take a look on X account again to see if they're working with him on special teams. But he could be a special teams threat as well. So we're going to see. Yeah, it says here Wester and Guillory are competing for late season roles or special team snaps as they develop. So he's actually working hard, man. So shout out to LaJonte Wester. I ain't worried about Xavier because Xavier's already rotational. He's already there. I looked yesterday. He's already rotational. We already know Travis is first team. We already know that. First team wide receiver, DB, whenever they put him in. But he's definitely playing both. So that's what we got for a lot of the other players. I have to check with the other players later. But Shiloh is definitely on that plane, you know. He's gonna be on special teams and everything else. And if something happens, somebody tweaks something, he's in the game. The headhunter. We call him the headhunter, man. The headache CEO is in the game. And he is just licking his chops right now to get in the game. So that's just what's gonna happen. So look out for Shiloh at preseason, guys. Look out for him. Look out for LeJounte. Look out. Well, we're gonna see Jimmy with Shedeur. We're gonna see them in action. Yeah, we're gonna see them in action. So look out for the rest of the guys. And Travis, you're not gonna see him much in preseason though. You're gonna see him a little bit, but not much. You might see him for one series, and they're gonna sit him right down. Like, no, sir, you're not gonna play and tweak no hamstring. Not none. You ain't gonna do none of that. So you just gonna chill. So look for him to see limited action on Travis Hunter. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you for. Let me see. Let me see what y'all. What's well, I'm great. Let me see. Travis, you said Travis just. Oh man, you sitting up here hating. I ain't give you. I ain't even. Let me see. You said Gabriel was only a finalist for the Heisman because Oregon was under. I mean, he was in a good system. Like I said, you put Shedeur in that same system, he'd probably be sitting there too. He was in a really good system. That's a well-oiled machine. LeJounte playing special team, that's what's up. Shiloh special team, that's what's up. He definitely making the plane. Oh man. Yep, Shiloh is ready to go, CC. He's good. I don't think Flacco should play preseason. He don't really have to. But he'll play a little bit. Just You said Gabriel and Pickett both injured. That's why they brought in Huntley, so Sanders and Huntley can play preseason game. Huntley is only there for the preseason. Okay. Yeah, Floria made the squad for Cleveland. He's third on the depth chart. Yep, he made the team. You said because it's Deion's son. He's probably insurance for preseason. Yeah, it's a lot more than guys. I know what people are saying. You're trying to be positive about this situation, but we watched football for many years. This shit's never happened before. It's never have. It's never have. I mean, I'm trying to be positive about it. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Something is wrong. I feel like we're being gaslit. You ever see somebody gaslight you? That's not what you're seeing. And they're gaslighting you. No, we're getting gaslighted, man. Even down to the reporters, like, hey, why aren't you not playing? That's not something that Shedeur should be answering. That's something you should be asking the coaches. You just want a sound bite. They're trying to break him, man. You're seeing what you're seeing. What you're seeing is correct, man. But he has so much positive energy behind him that no weapon formed against him is going to prosper. It's not happening. He got too much support, and the fans see it. So that's just what I'm saying right there. But you're saying it correctly. There's something wrong here. We Tom Brady was drafted way below. He still made second string because he earned it in practice. Yeah, they're gonna go nuts. They just waiting to see him in preseason. They're waiting to see it. They're waiting to see it. They're waiting to see it, and they're gonna start chanting his name in the games if they don't be win if they're not winning. So they got a PR nightmare on their hands. They definitely do. You said so the BYU game was a mirage, according to them. What about the BYU game? What about any of the games at this point? You said Travis made the team. You said Travis just only. You said Travis made the team. You drinking? Are you drinking early this morning? Right, contextual. You said they looking like they will start him in preseason with 0 first team reps, hoping the speed of the game confuses him. Yeah, it's set up for him to fail. Everybody knows it. It's set up for him to fail, man. You said God gonna be mad at you for cussing. That's what Dion would say. Yeah, but it's stuff like this, man, that it's crazy. I try not to though. Yeah, it is set up for him to fail because he ain't got no first team reps, and we know the game is different than practice. The game is a lot faster, even though it kind of is a lot slower, depending on the NFL is slower than college. They got so many breaks. I mean, they got TV breaks, referee breaks, water breaks. They got all type of breaks in the NFL, man. They got so many breaks, man. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of breaks. You know what I'm saying? So you said Shane Coach starting for the Chargers. You said he didn't perform at the NFL Combine. NFL coaches would not coddle him. Well, you must be. Well, you work for the organization because you already know what the problem was in that BYU game, sir. So my question to you is: do you work for the organization? Are you trying to sit up here and tell me what I'm not seeing? What I'm seeing is incorrect. He had problems on the offensive line. Everybody knows this. So I don't think you remember. Well, actually, you should. You do know. But he had problems on the offensive line, man. Everybody knows that. They barely had a running game. Barely. But let me get up out of here, guys. I'm out of here. Um, I'm not getting. You can't gaslight me because I've been watching NFL a very long time. You know what I'm saying? If you don't remember 9/11, you can't talk to me about no football. I'm just telling you because I've been around. If you don't remember if you don't know nothing and remember 9/11, you can't talk to me. You can't gaslight me. I know what a good quarterback looks like. That's just what it is. I'm sorry I have to talk like that, like I'm a know-it-all, but I know what a good quarterback looks like. Okay? So that's just what it is right there. All he got to do is keep his head up and see what happens, man. And keep his head up. We ain't talking about no BYU game. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is right there. But all you just got to wait for his opportunity. That's just what it is. I will catch you guys later. It's getting busy out here. You see the planes taking off. I got to go. But I'll catch you guys later. And shout out to Shedeur. Keep your head up. You know how it is. It is what it is, man. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining. All right, y'all. Peace.